Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So I'm playing Angry Dynamite Labs Craft World. So Craft World's I've been playing this for about a year now. It's on a testnet still, although it has moved from a Polygon testnet to a base testnet, I noticed. So we may be having some announcements around blockchain. So there's a few other changes as well. There's going to be some big changes in this game. It is an idle, sort of resource idle game. And they've been trying various things out, adding things in, but they're going to have this big, going to have like land basically. So they're going to have this big sort of map and these ability to build cities and to sort of expand the scope of the game. But at the moment we're still in this sort of, if you looked at any of my other videos, it will look sort of broadly similar actually. So I'm playing on a desktop. This is obviously designed for a portrait-based mobile, and you can play it on mobile as well. So you can sort of see how the sort of aspect ratio of the screen is designed for mobile. So we can sort of pull it around. We can see there's various resources being built here. So I've been playing this game for a long time, so I'm actually on level 167, so that's sort of quite a long way into the game. I've got all these different resources I'm making, and there's a few things that we'll just sort of go through the process. So there's a few things that have changed here. So there's these buttons to click through. It doesn't look like very much, does it? But it will become important. There's a thing flashing here, so let's go and have a look at this. This is the vault, so I'm going to claim this clay. Oh, it's actually dirt, I think. There's three different elements at the moment, so earth, fire and water, and I claim those, so it's gone into my earth bank here. So I'm going to set this, actually before I do that, so the reason I got that from the vault was I've been part of the community contribution for the sort of, they call them masterpieces. So there's a masterpiece here. So here I am, I'm number 186 at the moment, and we're building altogether a supercomputer remake. So there's all these different things are being built. There's basically these are being built all the time. And the reason that you would do this is that you get some resources. So we can see here, you're measured in crowns. These are all different players. Probably I should do some contributions now to see if I can boost myself up a little bit. So we can see here I've got 465. I think that's mud. We need 1 million, so we've got a long way to go yet. So I'll put those ones in. I've got 9.4 these water ones. So basically, I'm just going to use all these resources. So I'm creating these resources. We'll go through that in the main game. There's a whole bunch of these. Some of these are complete. Some of these are quite high level elements that I'm not even yet creating. So you only need 5 of these dynamite packs, but I can't earn those. So we can see here I'm going to put in these elements. It's going to cost me 18 of my 150 energies. So energy is sort of a new system that's coming in to sort of restrict what you can do or make you choose good decisions. And I'm going to earn basically 12,000 coins. So let's contribute that. We'll see. So the coins are going to go here. The crowns are going to go there. I'm going to go up to level 7. Yep, pretty cool. We can see here. Here's all the materials going in into the rocket, and this number's gone up a little bit, not much. And actually, I've gone up to 133. I can't remember what it was before, but anyway, a little bit. So that's what's going on. And this is sort of like, because the game is quite single player in terms of the resources, this is a sort of a point to give people, all together. We can see all these all these people are putting new stuff, going in all the time. So anyways, that's sort of one part of the game. So let's go to the other sort of the sort of meat and two veg sort of part of the game, where I'm just clicking on all these things. These are my little dinosaurs, and my angry dinos. So this one's making this basic dirt, and it goes here, and I collect it, and you can see the how much it's producing a minute. It's going to last for about two hours, just almost 3 hours, and then there's the next stage up is to create this clay, I think it is, and so I'm going to click these little machines, and they're at different levels, so they require different amounts, and they're going to run for different periods of time. I can probably upgrade some of these, so I need to use 5 copper to upgrade it if I want to, and I get better yield, and it is a game where if you want to really sort of think about what you're doing, you can do those. I don't really play it in that way. So I'm just going to go through the sort of the earth section here. So I'm getting all my machines going. As you go up the production line, you sort of make fewer of these things, and it sort of takes longer. So this one again, I can upgrade if I wanted to. Oh, I did upgrade it by mistake. Whoops, didn't want to do that. So this is now level 11. Okay, so these ones you can see here, I actually need quite a lot of this material. Remember, I just spent all that material in the masterpiece, so I haven't got much of that at the moment. So this bit of the production line isn't working, but this one here, I've got these copper plates, so I can fire these ones up, and these are making silver plates, and the silver plates end up making screws. So that's sort of the top of the production line on the Earth side. So we have similar things. Go back to that one in a minute. So we have similar things with water here. As you get further on, they get harder to make, and here's fire. So we'll set these ones off, and they, all flows through. I have these little guys here, so you have a few of these little sort of helper workers, and they speed things up for you. So I've only got 4 of these, and they speed it up by 50%. So you can sort of position those where you want them. It just makes you go a bit faster. Anything else going on up here? No. Okay, so we have this section here. So this section here is one of the new things, quite cool. So I wouldn't say I've got fully to grips with it, but if I want to, I can sort of change here the resources. So if I want, in this case, I want to make algae, but if I wanted to make more of the copper, I could have my own little sort of system there where I can sort of add my own sort of little extra factory. So for these, you can sort of go through and if you want to make extra things, obviously you need to have the materials. In this case, I need to spend 70 water to even create the funnel. But there we go. I can create the water comes through here, and I'm going to create. Well, this is base water, and then we get, I guess, distilled water or something. And this one here, I need the algae to make oxygen, but I haven't got any. So anyway, you don't have to go through all that sort of process, but we can see what's going on there. So yeah, so that's the basic sort of scenario in terms of this is an idle game. So you obviously, it runs in real time. If I come back in 10 minutes, then this one will have completed. So you can sort of drop back in to see what's going on. A few other elements. So this one here, this is just a mastery system. So over time, when you level up, you can get better. You become more efficient in creating things. Some of these I've maxed out, obviously, because I've been playing the game for a while. Some of them I've not even started on. And then I guess there's sort of the blockchain bit here, because this is a blockchain game, even though it's running on a test net, is this one here. So here, it's the exchange. So basically, we have all these resources here, and we can basically, that's all of them in total. So basically, these are, you consider these on-chain, and they're all backed by the gold coin here. So if I want to, I can spend my gold, and I can say I want to spend maximum amount of my gold, and I want to get more earth, or I want to get more algae, because I haven't got enough algae. So there we go, and we can see here it's going to say this is what the price of one of those is, and me buying this, it's going to affect the price by 10%. So I might not want to do that. Obviously, the other thing I could do is I could go, I've got all these screws that I don't need, or I could say I'm going to spend 5 of my screws, and I'm going to change those into gold. So this is gold here. I've got almost 200,000 of those. Obviously, again, there's another price impact. And we can see here that all the resources are here. We can see, gives you a little bit of advice. Good to sell, good to buy. I mean, you'd have to, if you really, really want to get into the resource thing, then you sort of can. I wouldn't say I really do that myself, but I just got loads of these screws, so let's swap those out. And I say this is running on a test net at the moment, so it's not real value. But you can imagine this running on a blockchain, and then we have a proper resource system where people are having all these resources. Obviously wouldn't necessarily be very much money, but they have some sort of value, and then people are swapping them to maybe optimize for something in the game. As I say, the game's about to have a big sort of update where we're going to be building these sort of bigger areas. We're going to have these sort of bigger land areas that are going to be on a shared map, and that's going to be sort of bring the communal aspect of the game out. The other thing about the sort of masterpieces at the moment, they don't do this, but you can imagine them, it's like a minting process. So the more resource you put in, maybe you get sort of more NFTs or different rarities of NFTs, or different sort of access to the a wait list for NFTs. So there's sort of different ways these things can work out. So let's go back and actually do what I was going to do. So I've got now 300,000. So let's actually spend 150,000, and actually let's get some algae, and I get 40 of those. So swap those, see the obviously price impact. So there we go, and you sort of move those things around. I guess the final thing here is we can see here's my little avatar, and we can see all the badges that I've collected. So again, I don't know if these are on sort of officially on the blockchain, because the whole thing's on a test net, so they may just all get wiped. But we can see here these are all the masterpieces I've been involved with. So obviously you can imagine, this thing acting as sort of NFTs. They could be soul bound, I suppose, which means you can't sell them, or they could be ones that you could sell, or they could be sort of a mixture of the two. So anyway, that's what's going on. The game is sort of free to play. As I say, you have to sort of be of a certain mindset, I think, to play these sort of idle games. I quite like them because you're not constantly, or you can sort of be as active as you want to. You can sort of actively manage these things all the time, or you can just leave them and come back sort of once a day as well. But one to keep an eye on, in the sense that there's going to be quite a few changes happening fairly soon. And as I can say, I got that algae, so I can now run these little factories here, and they can get me some oxygen. And obviously, the further sort of down the line you go, the more rare these items are. And if you really sort of care about these things, you can probably go in and maybe, have I got any? Is there anything more I can contribute? So just a little bit, and actually algae, but maybe I don't want to put all my algae in because I've only just got some. But maybe I could spend 15 of my algae, and that's going to boost me up. There we go. That's quite a nice boost. Still on level 7 there. It's going to take me quite a lot to get up to level 8. I think probably I normally find myself in the top 100, but not very high up from there. But there we go. That's what's going on with Craft World. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.